fellow YouTubers, JJ the Trucker coming to you. We are wrapped up a full week here. It is Sunday, the 29th of September. 1 week is complete. Whew. It's actually been a really good week, a lot of miles. So last I left you, we were in Washington. We had just dropped off a load, and we ended up getting another load, pick up in Washington and bring it all the way out to Boston. So that was pretty cool. So we did that. We got that taken care of. Along the way, a lot of firsts for me. I docked unassisted. Well, first of all, I docked assisted for the first time. That was pretty cool. Went very smooth. And then I also docked unassisted on that same day in Washington, which was awesome for me. That was pretty cool. Actually had to dock a couple of times because they put us in the wrong dock, so I had to get out, circle back around, get into the right dock and everything. So that was awesome. And then when we got to Boston, man, Boston's a little bit of crazy. You know, the place where we delivered, there was, it was early in the morning. There was a lot of foot traffic, a lot of trucks coming in and out. It was a small, cramped little area. Not really cramped, not too crazy, but cramped and everything. My trainer Dre, he was sleeping in the back. I was like, no worries, I got this. I felt comfortable. Went ahead and got it backed in, got it docked with no problem. It took me a few tries, though. I'll admit it took me a few tries, but I was able to get that docked without any assistance. So felt really good getting that accomplished and being able to get in there, get everything checked in, do all the Qualcomm stuff, get everything done and taken care of on my own. Dre's been a really big help. He's been, anything that he knows I know, he's been letting me do it. Anything he thinks that I know, or that I think that I know, I think I might have it. He's there to assist if needed. Other than that, he just lets me go, and just reminds me if I miss something or if I need a little bit of help. He'll toss in a reminder for me or something. So we got that taken care of, got that delivery done. Immediately they said, all right, here's another load. I need you to bobtail up to Vermont, pick up a load there and deliver it to Henderson, Nevada, which is right by Las Vegas. I was like, all right, nice. So we went up there to Vermont. Unfortunately, the load wasn't ready for us when we got there. It wasn't ready. It took them about 14 hours. They were 14 hours late on us, which really put us behind schedule. But once they were ready for us, it was an actual alley dock, almost textbook to what they teach you for passing the CDL test. So once again, Dre was in the back, and he wasn't asleep, but he just, he stayed right back there, curtain closed, didn't say nothing. I thought he was asleep. I alley docked that thing back in, first shot, just as trained, and it was sweet. It was centered. It was like textbook perfect. And he told me later on, he's like, man, he got that on the first try. So yeah, I felt really good about that. Took care of the whole thing, the depart receiver, calling the dispatch, getting everything done. Even took off that night. Unfortunately, with them being 14 hours or 11 hours behind, whatever they were, it really put us behind. It was already a tight schedule as it is. We ended up picking it up on early Saturday morning. 1:30 is what time we left on Saturday morning, and it's due in Henderson Monday morning at like 7 o'clock. So we've really been pushing it. We've been running about 650 hours each shift, each day. 10 hours on a rotating 10 hour. So it's been tight, but at first we didn't think we were going to be able to get it in, but come to find out, looks like we are. I mean, we stayed on schedule. We didn't have any hiccups. Everything's been going well. So it's Sunday now, Sunday midday. I just finished my shift. Dre started his. He's gonna probably get me about 450 miles from the target, and I'll be able to wrap that up overnight and get there a little bit early. So not too bad. So overall, first week has gone really well. A lot of traveling, back and forth on the country. A lot of driving, the same as I was doing with my previous trainer. Excuse me. But a lot of docking too, which was cool. Let's see, we did stop at Pittston on the way out to Massachusetts because we had some extra time built in. So we stopped at Pittston, got 2 new steer tires while we were there. There was an issue with the trailer. The reefer unit kept stalling out, so we got that fixed too. While we were there, got to sleep in a bunk room, which was nice, which was much needed. I'm gonna be looking for some good sleep today too, because I'm gonna put this on a separate post one of these days. I think my biggest challenge that I'm facing so far is getting the sleep, because you can already see the a little bit of wobbliness and bumpiness right now, and we're on a pretty smooth road. We're out here in Oklahoma. The roads are nice and smooth. They're pretty well paved. The occasional bridge gets a little bumpy, but not too bad. Out in the Midwest and the East Coast, these roads are tore up. I mean, they are so bumpy. I mean, it's you keep waking up in the middle of the night because you're getting tossed all over the place. I mean, you are getting bounced around, and it hurts. You wake up sore, like, man, I just felt like I got in a wrestling match with a boxer or something, and just not enough sleep, doing it that way. Fortunately, Dre's really understanding. He's been picking up some extra hours or letting me sleep a little bit, after he stops, so that I can get a couple hours extra to be all right, so I can drive. Because the first time that happened, I didn't really know what the impact was going to be. I didn't really, tell him or anything how bad it was, and by halfway through driving, I was just beat. I was wiped out. Fortunately, this was the trip to Massachusetts where we had a lot of built-in extra time. So we were able to, just call it a day at that point, and he let me, catch up on my Z's, which was really cool. But yeah, now that we know the impact, he's been accommodating it, on those days when we do have the real bumpy rides, like last night. Last night we were going through Illinois. Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible. So, but again, he was accommodating, and today ended up going out, just fine. But I'm looking to some good sleep tonight. Anyways, I didn't mean to ramble on about that, because I'm gonna post another video one of these days of the actual experience back here. I'm in the sleeper bunk right now, and my video stabilization's on, so I'm gonna turn that off for you guys one of these days during those bumpy rides, and actually show you what it's like. It's no joke. All right, so you just saw a little bit of bump there. Now imagine that constantly, man. And that was nothing. So anyways, that's a different post. Other than that, so week 1, I gotta say, overall really good. We're gonna have over 6,000 miles put in by the end of this week, just with these 2 loads. So that's a good spell right there. Might be looking at some home time right after this, because we're close to home, and we'll see. So I will fill you in next week. I'll be doing these probably weekly instead of every day, because we got about 10 to 12 weeks of this going on. Don't want to wear everybody out. But if there's any important updates, I'll be sure to put them out there. As always, any questions at all, feel free to ask them in the comments. Please like and subscribe. And again, if these videos are inspiring you to be a driver, a driver at all, then check out my the description in this video. It's got the link to driveforprime.com. Head there, check it out. They've got a lot of good information on why it's great to drive for Prime, and it really is. That website, along with watching videos like this, really helped me. I ended up using a YouTube guy, Junior, as a referral. Hope he appreciates it. And if you use me as a referral, my referral code is there. I'd really appreciate that. I really would. And then drop me a comment or something. Let me know. All right. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Any questions? Pop it in the comments. I answer all of them. All right. Take care, everybody.